More light. More light. Fine. All right. So that's the problem. Hmm. Just waiting. Hold on. All right. So we got that. Got that.
All right, I'm in.
Oh, hold on. I gotta put Vinny in. Okay. Yeah, I started exactly at 10. I was like, 10. All
Okay.
right, boom.
Hola.
Hello.
Greetings, gentlemen.
Greetings. I'll rearrange my camera later.
Are you gonna have you started the recording?
Yep, go right ahead.
All right. It's Saturday. You know what time it is. Time for the hottest new podcast on wrestling on the planet. Beyond the Barricade with your hosts, Dollar Bill, the Cleaner, and the Brain. Let's get started.
Yes, gentlemen, this is WrestleMania weekend.
Yes, we have
Yes.
a special two-part episode
Mhm.
covering both nights of WrestleMania. Let's get started. We
All
got
right.
7 matches to talk about this time around. This is going to be an insane day.
Right.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's get
What
the
do you want
card
to
up.
start with?
Let's just start the order of the card and just give our thoughts on each match.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
First
And I
match
just
up
want to say,
is
the way that we may talk about this may not be the way it comes off on the event. Because obviously last night they kicked it off with the Mega Championship, which we weren't expecting, but it
right.
was an amazing match.
Oh
So
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it's not the order we talk about. It's not necessarily going to be the order. It's just we're just going to put our thoughts on each match.
yes,
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
But we know the kickoff match for tonight is Austin Theory versus John Cena for the US Championship.
Uh,
I see this as a catapult match for Austin Theory. John Cena does not need to win the championship again. He's a part-timer, and this is basically going to be a showcase for Austin Theory to catapult his career a little further down the line.
yeah,
yeah, I would say unless John Cena's movie career has unexplainably tanked and he has nothing lined up for the next year, which I highly doubt it.
I highly doubt too.
I doubt that
I
too.
believe Austin Theory is going to still walk out champion.
Yeah, it's gonna be more of like a show to put on.
Yeah, it's
Just
something to get Austin Theory over.
Yeah.
yes, yes. Which he's been getting a good build up since he actually went back to both names, and his heel turn has been pretty damn good. So now it's just gonna go a little higher.
I see him as a very, very well played heel because saw a little bit of face in him at the beginning, but then Vince got his hands on him and completely turned him inside out and made him into a heel. And it works so much better for him because he's got the attitude, he's got the ability, and he's got a level of cockiness I haven't seen on people in quite a while. And I like that. I'm not particularly a fan of his, but I like the way he portrays the character.
You sure it's Vince and not Triple H?
No, it was Vince.
Vince was the
It
one
was
that
your,
started the theory push, but it went up and down with Triple H.
Yeah. It just felt like more once Triple H got back, it started really feeling more catapulted, like more of that vicious heel.
Well, yeah, because if I remember right, Vince was more like he wanted him to take like selfies or something, some stupid thing that Vince always does. But
Gimmick.
yeah, some stupid gimmick. And Triple H, it seemed like it was more of a, yeah, like you said, the cocky heel, the guy that is more worried about fights than taking pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to be a knockoff Steve Scott, and we all know Steve.
You can't be a knockoff. You gotta be
No,
your own self.
Yeah,
I
All
mean
right.
even Tyler Breeze was a knockoff Steve Scott.
depends on who
Again.
came
But
first.
we'll say those uh for another day. We'll
Yeah.
have a whole episode on knockoff characters.
Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
I like that idea. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll develop that next episode.
All right. So let's see who we're gonna go with next.
Let's go. The next one is like Rollins versus Paul. I'm just going by the
Yeah.
Wikipedia thing. So let's just do that.
Yeah. Let's.
So Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul. And with the talks about Logan Paul leaving WWE, hmm,
I don't see that quite yet because now they're talking about some kind of a triple threat match with him, somebody else, and Bad Bunny down in Puerto Rico.
you remember old MTV Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yes.
It's
Oh,
WWE's version of its
oh my God.
celebrity wrestling.
You know what's insane? I watched the WWE version, well, at least when they did Stone Cold versus McMahon. I think that's the only time they were actually able to get the actual voices of the characters for the show because they were actually able to get Austin and McMahon to voice their characters on Celebrity Deathmatch.
I think Austin
And
did a couple
I think you're
of
right.
cameos as well, in addition
yeah,
to that one. But yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
And we got let's see. Let's talk
So
about this
Oh yeah,
tag team
let's. Oh wait,
showcase.
just before we didn't give who do you think is going to win this one? So you think it's going to be Rollins? You think he retain?
Uh there's no
Okay,
championship involved,
yeah, that
so
will.
I think
but
it's gonna be Rollins.
Yeah,
Because yeah, like I said, I've heard the rumors of Logan Paul on his way out. And you really, except for WrestleMania 35, there was never really an advertised match for Seth Rollins where he's come out the victor. Maybe 34, I forgot. He
mm,
the IC title, but yeah, it doesn't seem like
no, that's not true. When he beat Lesnar.
yeah,
we
yeah,
did.
that was 35.
Yeah.
Um, but like what I'm trying to say is that WrestleMania doesn't seem like Seth Rollins' show.
Mm,
So I feel like this is going to be a something to really help him establish him as a WrestleMania like showcase guy.
yeah,
So I think we're gonna have it's gonna be you're gonna see an impressive showing out of Logan, but yeah, I still think Rollins comes out winner.
yeah. I'm
I'm gonna have to
going
go
to.
with that as well because they've been building up Logan Paul as being a one one shot knockout guy.
Mm,
And yes, he has laid out Seth Rollins a few times over the last few weeks, but I think this is going to be the time for Seth Rollins to get his revenge.
yeah, come as due.
Yeah,
I agree.
and there's going to be a couple of curb stomps in Paul Logan's future.
Curb stomp. All right.
And not for nothing, I wouldn't mind seeing one of them on the steps, but that's just me.
Wishful. Hey, you never know. Wish
Yes,
fulfillment.
indeed.
All right. So.
From my mouth to Seth Rollins' ears. All right. Let's see. What are we gonna do? Let's talk about that tag team showcase. We got Braun Strowman and Ricochet against Alpha Academy, against the Street Profits, against the Viking Raiders.
Mm,
We have one, two, three, four, five huge men in this match. there's going to be over almost 2 tons of weight
Better
flying
re
around that ring.
better reinforce that ring.
I think they did.
So who do I think is gonna? Who do I want to win? Viking
Yeah.
Raiders. Who do I want to win, or who I think is gonna win? Viking Raiders. There's looking at the other teams, there's not an accomplished team like the Viking Raiders there. The Street Profits have been successful in WWE alone. You know, Viking Raiders have won tag team championships in whatever company they decide to destroy.
Mm.
So I and like I forget that their name is Viking Raiders. I'm so still used to calling them War Machine for for the amount of time that I used to watch them in Ring of Honor in New Japan. So
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
that team will win.
And I also believe they have a it kind of a secret factor. Don't forget about Sarah.
Yeah, and I'm
Ah,
looking at the sheet here. It calls her Valhalla. I was like, who
Yes.
the hell is
I
Valhalla?
I love that name.
I had to look it up, and I'm like, oh, that's Sarah Logan.
Yeah.
it took a bit. It's
So like,
interesting.
yeah, I forgot that. Oh yeah, oh that's Sarah Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't call her
God.
for
I
Valhalla.
actually can't wait to see her get back in the ring.
Yeah, I agree. I
She
remember
was
her
she
stuff.
was good in the ring.
No, yeah, she was technically sound.
They just didn't give her the push that she deserved.
I mean, it was WWE under Vince McMahon. What like
Exactly.
Yeah, what more do you have
if
to
you're not a
say?
hot blonde, he doesn't
Yeah.
really care much.
Yeah.
He's like, make me
So,
money.
Yeah.
yep. We got let's see
The
what we got
Viking Raiders all
next.
the way. All three of us. I'm agreeing with that.
Yeah,
Especially since
I'm
also
going with
Street Profits, they keep teasing about a breakup. So, that's also another
this
Yeah.
factor.
might be the catalyst for that
Yeah.
for Montez Ford to have his singles push because rumor has it they want to give him a big singles push before
Yeah.
WrestleMania 40.
I
See,
mean,
that's the thing that I don't like about WWE, especially under Vince. And I really hope Triple H doesn't continue this. They always had the idea of tag teams. The idea of tag team wrestling is to eventually break them up. I hate that
I hate that too.
I
because you
agree.
have
And
teams like Viking Raiders, you have teams like the Young Bucks, Briscoes. I could list so many countless tag teams
We
that have
can go
stayed
on and
together.
on.
Yeah, that have stayed together for so long.
hey, we just found
Who,
another idea for an episode.
yeah,
Tag
There we
teams,
go.
yes,
greatest tag teams.
throughout history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, to have that mentality
I'm gonna
of
write that down.
tag teams are only there to break them up eventually, that that just sends a warning sign to so many people. Don't come
Yeah,
here.
exactly. Don't be a tag team and come to WWE.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
because that means the tag team division's never gonna get better.
Yeah, exactly. But let's see.
Let's match. We got the women's 6-woman tag match.
That's gonna be yeah, yeah, let's talk about that one because we
Yeah,
got a lot of rumors going on with that
Yeah.
one.
flying
See,
everywhere.
yep. I was a big Trish Stratus fan growing up, but yeah, I might be a little biased here because if you know me, I have a huge crush on Bailey. So to not pick Bailey, I will always pick Bailey. And a lot of it has to go back to that special night in Brooklyn, almost
Mm,
8 years ago now. Jeez,
Yeah,
time
time flies
flies, man.
by.
yeah,
Yeah, that match with her and
and
now
Sasha.
Mercedes Moné.
Yeah,
Man, yeah, that just
that was an absolutely iconic match.
yeah,
Classic Barnes match.
If you
inspirational.
watched the special about that show
Yeah,
at the end when everybody's back in the locker room, Triple H is talking to him. He's like, "How the fuck are we supposed to follow that?"
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because and I always remember, I'm never gonna forget that whole build up to that moment. It was about a year in the making
Hmm.
of the perfect storytelling of the underdog Bailey, and to see where she is now, I'm so happy for her. So, so,
I
so
am
happy
too.
for her.
Yeah.
So and like don't get me wrong, I also love Dakota Kai. She's a wonderful person, and even Io Sky, or I'm
Io.
sorry, Io Shirai. I can't call her Io Sky. Like,
Considering Shirai and
learn her
Sky,
name.
two different names anyway.
Yeah, it's like learn
Yeah,
her name. So Io Shirai, oh my, one of the best aerial female talent I have ever seen. That's why they call her the Ace of the
Goddess of the
Sky.
Sky.
Yeah. Uh, there was another, I forgot what
Mhm.
they called her in Stardom, but
Oh,
point being that I love all three women in Damage Control, and I'm pulling for them this weekend.
I think they are going to pull out the win.
hmm
Something's going to happen with Becky, Lita,
Oh
and
yes,
Trish, where I think Becky's going to end up making a mistake and hitting Trish. Trish is going to end up getting pinned. Damage Control is going to take a powder, get out of the ring, and run for cover because they know what's coming.
yeah.
And
yeah,
Trish is going to absolutely explode and destroy Becky for the mistake, which is going to set up a massive heel turn for Trish,
yeah,
which hasn't been seen since she was teamed with Christian,
Mm.
yeah.
and
Because
she was
I
very good during that role.
the rumor is they're booking Trish and Becky, I think, for SummerSlam.
Yeah,
That would be
So
nice. That would be nice.
that's going to be a good match.
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, Team Damage Control.
I'll
Yep.
go Team's Damage Control as well.
3 for 3.
hmm Let's see.
All
On
right,
FanDuel.
we got three
Three more
other
matches.
three more matches
Yeah.
to talk about, and all three of them are white hot right
Yeah.
now.
Let's go into the Mysterios match because I want to see the tag match for the last.
Yeah, okay. You want to save the tag team championship for
Yeah.
last? No
Yeah.
problem.
Let's do the Mysterios match. Ray versus Dominique. Dominic. Yeah.
Yeah. The way he
Dominic.
looks,
Dominic.
Dominique. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
I like
much.
that. But
So
I see this as a coming out match for Dominic. I see Rey Mysterio working it well and putting his son over because Ray's on his, I guess you could say Ray's on his last legs. He's even said that he's getting ready to retire.
yeah.
Yeah,
But last night during the Hall of Fame, they just added more fuel to the fire
hmm
when Ray came out. Judgment Day got up and walked out.
Boo.
can I
And
just
Rhea
say,
and Rhea and Dominic walked out arm in arm.
Yep.
so I saw like some screenshots. I love it how, at when they did the walkout, it was Ray, Dom, and Punishment Martinez. But
Hmm.
there was like some pan shots earlier in the night, and you clearly see Buddy Matthews standing right next to him, or to Ray. So there would be a shot of Dom, Ray, and uh Buddy Matthews,
Hmm.
which would lead to some very funny memes.
Yeah.
Because you see her like being like all friendly with Dom, and her literal boyfriend, her actual boyfriend, is standing right next to
Yeah.
them.
Maybe it's an open relationship.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. But
She's playing the mommy role very well.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and I you know what's insane? I've seen people like on their Instagrams at my job, and randomly Ray will come up, and I'm like, they're not a wrestling fan, but
Nope.
they're like, she's starting to make waves outside of wrestling, which is
Mm,
insane.
that's good.
So I do think Dominic's gonna win. I think this is gonna help establish him as a future star. Um yeah, I'm going with Dominic here.
Mm. Passing the torch as well. You can also think of it this way,
I
father
agree.
and son. So, and I think also it's gonna be time that I try to help Dominic shine as well because I'm getting a little tired of people kind of still ragging on his abilities. It's like he's not bad. Like,
No, he's
like,
not. He's
No,
very
yeah.
well versed in the ring. He's very technically sound.
yeah. So I don't
He
know.
had some of the best teachers in the world. He had his own father.
Mhm.
He had Conan,
Yeah,
and he had quite a few very well known teachers.
yeah.
The
So he knows what the
WWE
hell he's doing.
Performance Center as well.
Mhm.
I know
Yeah.
he spent a bunch of time there.
Yeah. So he's got to get his due, and he's really pushing to make it look good. So I do see Dominic winning. You know, is it?
Ooh,
Ooh, what you got? What you got?
trained by Rey Mysterio,
Mm-hmm.
Conan,
Mm-hmm.
Lance Storm,
Ooh.
and Jay Lethal.
Ooh, goodness
Oh, that
gracious.
must have been down at
Nice.
their Florida because Jay Lethal's got a school in I think Orlando or Tampa.
Hmm.
Oh wow,
So
I should have passed by there last time I was there.
yeah,
Nice.
Wow. Damn, really good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I guess
The
three for
women's
three. Dominic's going over.
yep,
that'd be four in a way, I think, we're going
Hmm.
fourth match. Next is
Women's SmackDown Women's Championship.
excuse me. Yes, for Flair versus Ripley. Uh,
I'm I'm
I'm
torn on this one, but I'm leaning more on the side of Rhea
same here.
for the simple fact that she needs to get her revenge on Charlotte for the NXT Women's Championship.
yeah. I think they're gonna give Rhea the win back. Because the thing is about this matchup is that if you go back and you look at their WrestleMania match, it was a very good match. But then they competed at Hell in a Cell, and it was not a good match.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So I do hope they give Ray the win back. She's still only like 26,
Hmm.
27. She's not that much younger than
Damn.
me. So yeah, she's gonna be established as like that big person, like that big star for the future
It's
WWE.
it's scary to
Yeah.
think that I'm old enough to be her father.
Same about the same. And also one more thing to think about is her popularity is high when you see all the memes about her pinning all the other women. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, she's
Yeah, she's
we
known.
needed.
wish we were her.
You mean the
Hmm.
one being pinned or the one doing the pinning?
Anyway,
Either or.
anyway, that's on you
Let's
guys.
settle down here, boys. Let's settle
Yeah,
down.
just keep it a little
This ain't
plain.
a family podcast.
But one thing
This is
though,
true. This
this is
is not
true.
made for kids.
Oh, make sure you leave that explicit tag in there too. Uh, but one last thing also, the rumors about her, not rumors, I don't know about rumors or talks about her competing in against men for the top for their titles. What do you think about that?
I wouldn't mind it.
Wouldn't mind it at all. It's been done before and been done
Yeah.
successfully.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
especially on the independent scene, it's not even an issue.
No,
There's been plenty of wonderful intergender matches. So
we
to
saw a
see it,
couple of them at Jersey All Pro.
yeah.
yeah,
GCW just had one a
G-
couple weeks ago. They had Masha
GCW is known for
Slamovich.
that. He's
yeah.
Yeah,
known
And
for doing that shit.
Masha
my
Slamovich defeated Nick Gage in GCW for the GCW World Title. So it would be something to wonderfully see on television now.
and I have to kind of
Hmm.
say that the people that to those there's a lot of people like a lot of wrestler like fans out there who kind of get still have this whole mentality. It's like kind of I don't know if they actually sometimes are fans because I feel like when we were talking about it was JCW, would this be done in indies? It's like, how do you say this is not gonna go well in WWE when this has been done in the indies for so long and done so
Yeah,
well?
yeah.
So,
Exactly.
it makes a
And they
question.
say, oh, the indie style or the indie crowd is different between the WWE crowd. Every
No, it's not.
wrestler says it. If you're able to get over in one crowd, you know how to get over in another crowd.
Yeah,
Exactly.
as long as you know your craft, you can get
Yeah,
over.
yeah. So I honestly, and I mean, we always talk about China and her time with the Intercontinental Championship,
Yes, I remember that.
Hmm.
I,
That still is very well received today.
Yes, it
yeah,
is.
So we could definitely see it with another superstar.
I got
And
nothing
I
but to
see
say.
Rhea Ripley fitting that mold perfectly.
Yes.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yes. And
oh
all you
yeah,
have to do, if you want to establish her as somebody who could fight the men, just have her
Hmm.
take on some local talent or some cruiserweights.
yeah.
I wouldn't even go cruiserweights. I'd like to see
Nah,
her go up against some of the bigger guys.
Well, I would say,
Bring in a bigger guy from one of the local areas and let her annihilate him,
well,
and
yeah,
then
local talent, yeah.
yeah, but not you don't want to put her up against a guy Rey Mysterio size because she'll destroy him in like 30 seconds.
Well,
What's
You want you
that's what I'm trying to say.
yeah,
Like you want her to win comfortably against a guy at first, so you can build her up that saying, yeah, hey, she could hang with the man
what?
before she goes for the title.
we already
Question.
know she can hang with the men.
Yeah,
Yeah. What's her height, by the way?
5'10", 5'11", I think.
Yeah,
Okay, so pretty much like guys like maybe like they were like it's like in the same height range like Theory and whatnot.
Yeah, like
Like
she's
yeah.
on the tall side for the women, but when it comes to the men, yeah, she's right in the thick of things.
yeah, so that'd be good to see.
Before we go on to the last match, one other intergender match that was absolutely phenomenal,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a couple years ago during the Collective in Jersey City
Okay.
Mhm.
when WrestleMania was in Meadowlands again for WrestleMania 35.
Okay.
Nick Gage
Mm-hmm.
versus Tessa Blanchard.
Mm.
That was an absolutely insane match.
What show was that?
I think that it was Joey Janela's Spring Break.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure it was Spring Break,
because I
but
know
that was an
Tessa
insane
Blanchard.
match.
Yeah, she had another match at a White Eagle Hall a little bit not that long after that, for the ICB No Holds Bar promotion.
Yeah, I just brought the video over here. I got the video
No,
up.
you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. It was ICW.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was it was ICW
It
at
was a
White Eagle
little,
Hall.
yeah, it was a little after WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's
Yes, you're right.
April. In fact, it was actually 3 years ago to this day.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, it was. That's right. But that was a great match. She
Yeah.
hung very well with Nick.
I mean, there's a reason why she won the Impact World title
Hmm.
before they found out the reasons why she should not be a champion.
Mm. We won't get into that though. That's
Yeah,
No,
that's
yeah,
another
that's
what
show.
for
it
another,
is.
yeah, that's for
That's
another
another
show.
show.
That's another show.
Hey, we're
All
just
into the
lining them
list.
up.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Now,
WWE Tag Team Undisputed Tag Team titles.
oh boy,
The Usos versus Steenerico.
man,
I
this
can't call them Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the fact of how well we know them as Steenerico.
and
Yes.
this match
This
just gives me
is
goosebumps.
yeah, this is going to be an all-out, drag-out, knockdown slobber knocker.
If Stenerico doesn't win the tag team titles, I will feel the same way how I feel this morning about the main event of Supercard of Honor. Very angry.
Yeah, people will riot if Steenerico does not win the match.
I'll be
Yes.
honest, it's like I
If they do not win the titles, people will riot.
yeah, because I'm trying to think how like if they don't win, how are you going to draw the storyline? It's like how are you going to extend it after WrestleMania? It feels kind of like you're trying to extend it and beat a dead horse. So I feel like it's better just to bite the bullet and then have the Usos, go into the whole, disparaging the bloodline, or at least, some of the cracks, than just to try to extend it. And then who the Usos going to face next? I mean, you
I
have everything
honestly,
built right there.
I will say this. I
Mhm.
think the ending to this match, having Stenerico win, is going to lead into tomorrow night. I think it's going to have a result on tomorrow night's main event.
Exactly.
So you think this is the beginning of the implosion of the bloodline?
Yes, I could see that happening.
Yeah, I agree
Because
too.
where do you go from here?
I
Yeah.
see I see the bloodline imploding over the next few weeks and months, especially with the I guess the animosity right now between Reigns and Jay.
Mhm.
It's you could see the blood starting to boil in both of them. And I am definitely seeing the implosion of the bloodline. And I'm loving
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I'm seeing it too. And it's actually, it makes a great story. This
Yeah.
is the type of story that they should be writing more often.
Hmm. The bloodline has been this storyline has been played out, I think, for a little too long. I think it's going to carry on a little longer, probably to SummerSlam, when we're going to finally see the final implosion of the bloodline. Because as much as I love Cody, something's going to happen where he's not going to win the title tomorrow night.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do a thing where he only wins one title.
That's true.
Because as far as I do remember hearing Roman or somebody saying that titles are technically still separate.
Hmm.
So I believe what they're gonna do is, and especially with the whole rumors of a new championship design, I feel like if they still keep the two belts, Cody's gonna win probably the WWE title, and they could leave the Universal title on Roman to when he gets a next challenger, whoever that may be. And supposedly the thing is he doesn't have a lot of dates
Mm.
coming up. And it's not that his contract's running out, it's that, now being the top guy, he could come in almost whenever he wants.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
supposedly, like he's probably still gonna be on the show. In terms of competing, it might be one or two shows before SummerSlam.
yeah, he'll probably do maybe a couple of the PLEs, but he's not going to be on TV constantly like he is right now.
I think he is going to be on TV consistently, but not in a wrestling fashion. It's going to come out, promo, leave.
Hmm.
That's how I see it.
Mm. Yeah, kind of like how MGF does it, like
Yeah,
promo and leave, and like
Yeah,
save the matches for the pay-per-views.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Question then. What if they would do that where Cody wins and it's one belt, which belt do you think Cody's gonna take?
WWE title because that has the one that's with more history. Especially, it's the title that his father never won, his brother never won. I feel like that's the one that has more of a historic value, and it should be considered the top championship in our sport or in our industry. But the way they sometimes treat that title
Mm.
is it
Hmm.
devalues it. And then you look at other company championships. And I mean, hell, even today, the NWA title is still considered a top belt and it's still held in a high regard because of how they treat it.
Yeah,
So, I believe Cody would bring some legitimacy back to the WWE title. I think the Universal title is a little still too young, even though it was only created in 2016. I think it's still a little too young. It doesn't have the same impact that even the World Heavyweight title used to have.
I
So
agree.
And the
I
history
believe,
too.
yes, and the history. Even though it was a new championship, it still used the design of one of the most iconic championship in our history. So I believe that the WWE, if he were to win one of the titles, it would be the WWE title.
Yeah, and also when you think about it, when he wins that WWE title, Roman will still have the other title,
Yeah,
but they will also it still will also play into the whole thing of showing the cracks within the bloodline, and
yeah,
so Roman would be holding on to that title even tighter,
yeah,
and also like probably play more into kind of like a paranoia persona, like
yeah,
not gonna go into the ring with everybody because he wants to hold that
yeah.
title very closely.
And then
Yeah,
it
exactly.
would lead into the story would write itself into he would be more paranoid, but yet he would the one he loses that one to would be his own flesh and blood.
Mm.
So the story just writes itself.
So you think they're gonna write it where Jay ends up with the Universal title,
You know what? He might
or do you
win
think
it,
Solo?
but what I think they might do?
What's that?
Either a triple threat or a fatal four way at SummerSlam for the title.
Ooh,
Because
with the
Mm.
everybody would
bloodline
be on their
itself.
own. Yeah.
Oh my god, a four-way with the blood.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they couldn't do it with the Shield at Mania. They
Hmm.
only did it one time at Battleground,
Hmm.
right before the brand split.
yeah.
So I believe that this is their making up for that. They have a fatal four way between all members of the bloodline for the title.
Wow, that's good booking.
That's gonna be a good match.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
Thank
getting
you. And
back to
if
the
I could book a show myself, I would absolutely do it. Trust me. I
oh, I
Just
know
play
you
this
would.
I play the simulator games all the time.
Just
Love it.
remember, always book in advance.
Yes.
Never book there, and that's it. No, book months in advance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, getting back to the thoughts of Cody winning the WWE title, there are rumors that if he does win the title, there will be a belt change.
Yes.
Well, supposedly, from what I heard, it doesn't matter who walks out the champion. They already got the design approved.
Yeah, but it's not a new design. It's a
Um,
new design of an old belt.
so from what I've heard is they don't even describe that they're gonna bring back an old championship design, with obviously with updated logos. From what I've heard, it's just a new design and it's been
Mm-mm.
approved.
No,
So when I
this
say
is
a
not.
new design, I mean like it's different from what we have now. Like it's not like we don't know if it's
Well,
going to be a classic look coming back or updated look or
oh, I'm
whatever.
hearing a lot of rumors. I'm reading a lot of articles
Yeah,
that Cody wants to bring back the most iconic championship belt ever designed in WWE.
can I be honest?
Go for it.
I
Always.
think it's a little overrated.
You
I
think
I
That's all right.
think
you think the Winged Eagle is a little overrated?
I think the Big Eagle, the Attitude Era
No,
belt is
not the
better.
Big Eagle.
Yeah,
The
no, I'm
Winged
saying
Eagle from
I'm thinking
that
I
Hogan
always thought.
introduced in '88.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is I thought the Big Eagle is better than the Winged Eagle.
No, I totally disagree. I'm
I
sorry.
think the Undisputed title is better than the Winged Eagle. I will say that when they have the dual plated, the gold and silver version, I like that one a little bit more. But I think the most beautiful championship that WWE's ever done is the Big Eagle Attitude Era belt.
I see
That
what
to
you're
me
talking
is the
about.
big, yeah,
It's a very good looking belt.
yeah. I mean, I just like to me the world championship should be big. That title, the Windy Eagle, is very small. It looks small on Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he's one of the smaller guys in the history of the WWE. At least, the megastars.
But you know
So
what? It's not so much the size that you want to convey, it's the prestige. And the Winged Eagle, you had some of the greatest people in WWE history to hold that belt.
then you had Diesel. I mean, like I like Kevin Nash better than
Hey, let's
I like
let's
Kevin Nash than I like Diesel.
Mm,
But you look at every championship has its like most iconic people and then people that you don't want to associate with that belt.
yeah.
agree. Agree.
So
Another
like
podcast.
yeah, that's another podcast.
But
That's a very
championship
another
belts designs. I like that one.
yes.
Speaking of which, we're going to be starting that tournament shortly.
Yes, very shortly. Uh we're working on the final preparations. So that if you're a fan of the BTB podcast on Facebook, be on the lookout out for that.
It will
Hey.
be on the Beyond the Barricade podcast page as well as Beyond the Barricade wrestling page.
Yes.
Both it will be cross posted, so people will be able to vote on the greatest championship design of all time.
Yes.
Indeed. All right,
And we're
gentlemen.
talking about championships from all over the world, all different American companies. We got
Mhm.
Japanese companies,
Japanese,
Mexican companies,
Mexicans.
even some European belts.
Hmm.
Yes. We'll
It's
keep an
So
going
eye
to
on the
be,
web page for that. We're
yes.
basically running out.
yep. All right, gentlemen. WrestleMania Night 1. Heavily stacked card, and we got some heavy action coming our way tonight.
Yes, indeed. Be prepared.
Enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you guys in part 2.
Take care and spike your hair.
Can't do it. I ain't got no hair to spike.
Oh. All right. And just wait for a minute. I really wish it had a better timer. Like less than a
Yeah, I
minute
know.
doesn't tell me anything.
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't. That's all right.